Ain't nobody got time for that.
Not today.
What did he say?
Yo. What up? What up? What up? What up? Yo. Peace, power, and prosperity. Hope everybody's having a beautiful, whatever it is. Day, night, evening, I don't care. Hope you're enjoying it. This one probably, this is gonna be an in and out, most likely, G. For real. Big bro. What's that? I ain't forget you either, big bro. I'm still working on it. I'll clean it up and pump it back out here. LC, what up? Thank class. For sure. My G, thank you, bro. You know the shit. We're about to talk about something before we have some relaxation time for real. That's what we do on Fridays. Y'all know that. We just kicking it on Friday, close out the week. You feel me? Push on one life. Dog, it's so wild what's going on right now, the life that we live in. That's why I shoot this show on the Friday, right? It's the end of the week. Everybody should be chill, at least in the mood to chill. Getting dressed to go out, laying back, chilling, having a whatever, onesies, twos, whatever you're doing to chill, right? Whatever you figured out to do for your relaxation point. But I'm telling you, I'm feeling the same down pressure, dog. I really am. I really am feeling the same down pressure. That's why these shows right here, I have to do them because they kind of relieve, right? It's like a relief point, like hitting the pressure valve. It really is. It's the level of confusion, the level of hate, unhappiness is real. And I'm telling you, I feel it too. I do. It's like you wake up in the morning and you don't know what is real. You don't know what to trust. You have no clue. All you really know is that you're surviving, that you got oxygen in your lungs. You got the ability to walk. Legend, what up? I feel it too. You don't know what you could trust, man. You don't know what to trust out here. And it happens on a daily basis. Every day you wake up, it's something crazy going on. It's like there's no relax day. Not one day. Not one day. There's no chill. There's no relax. Ain't no madness going on. I feel it. If I'm feeling it, I know other people is feeling it too. That's why I shoot these weekend kickbacks. Like you could pop up, speak your point, talk some shit. You know what I mean? Relax, etc., because it's dog, I can't even put words to it. That's how mad we living in a mad world. Remember that show from back in it was it was Mad World. We really living in a mad world. You don't know if you could trust the food that you're eating. You don't know if you could trust the water you're drinking. You don't know if you could trust the people that's supposed to be looking out for the betterment. You don't even know if you could trust the person laying next to you. You don't even know if you could trust your damn churn. It's just chaos everywhere. Don't y'all want to wake up one day? Do y'all ever decide to wake up one day and there be nothing going on? There's nothing. Yo, you go outside in the morning time, the birds don't even chirp the same. Back in the G, at least the birds sounded like they was happy to be around. Now the birds be like, chirp. They wouldn't even sound like they want to be here. They wouldn't even sound happy. That don't bother y'all? Like y'all don't even do y'all think about this type of shit too? Like why is it so chaotic? Like there is no chill. But I know for a fact it's engineered some way, somehow by somebody. Or some bodies, right? This unrest that we feeling. It's not it won't just be physical, right? It's almost like it's emotional and spiritual at the same time. Right? Whatever you gotta do to get your spirit right, you gotta go do it. Whatever you gotta do to get your emotions right, you gotta go do it, my G. And I know y'all probably came here to hang out and have fun and skin your teeth, and that soon, that time is coming soon. But I can't. I feel like I cannot say this to y'all. I feel like I cannot put it out there in the atmosphere, right? I feel like this needs to be said, not just for the sake of the show and what we gonna watch and we kicking it. Yeah, for sure. That's guaranteed. Guarantee it's Friday night, so you know it's exactly what we're doing. And I want to bring back game night also, which is something I'm working on. But I have to say it to let y'all know y'all not alone out here in the streets, and y'all and I get it. I absolutely get it. One day it's the food stamps. The next day it's the Section 8 housing voucher. The next day the government finna shut down. The next day the car broken down. It's constantly something that inundates you into a case of constant stress. I don't know if y'all tracking this like that. FBARN, what up, my boy? I don't know if y'all really is, bro. I really don't know. But if I didn't say it, I feel like I'd be less than a man. I'd be less than. I won't be doing my specific part in this global scheme, in this mad world. I feel it the same way y'all feel it, same way y'all see it. I do, man. We might have a different perspectives on it, but we cannot say it doesn't exist, right? We cannot live life like it doesn't exist. Like there's a certain level of stress that you can't really tell where it comes from. You can't really tell where all this madness is coming from. And if you can, punch that shit in the chat. Just that easy. If you know where all this madness is coming from, write it in the chat. Sometimes this shit be so much going on, it don't even feel like it's real. Baltimore. Oh, bro. Some people don't even have savings, bro. You can't trust the money in the stock market because that shit might crash. You can't trust your health insurance because they might back out on you. Yo, everywhere you turn, it's something going on somewhere at all times. Y'all can't tell me y'all don't see this shit going on. I see LC saying yeah for sure. The collective vibe. Correct. LC. It's there, it's real. People want to act like they don't see it, like they unaffected. Okay. Keep playing ostrich with your ass in the air and your head in the ground and see what happens to your motherfucking ass. You keep playing ostrich and see what happens. Yeah. Look on the game, bro. That shit. And it's monthly too. So them shit is a rotating door. You feel me? We got one, my G.
I need money.
Like clockwork, G. You guaranteed to get hit with that bill. The first guarantee you get hit with that rent bill, mortgage bill. 5 days later, you getting hit with that that gas bill. 5 days after that, you getting hit with that electric bill, gas. So it's something going on, G. Promise you that. And that's just us being, let's say, what we call professionals, right? We're not talking about being personal and just living life in itself. This shit wild as cheese out here, dog. For real, for real, for real. But you know, as always, dog, I keep y'all in my heart, man. He said, "Light scar." Dog. Not a G. I'm love. What up, G? Not a da. They want their paper on time, G. They might give you a blind and give you the payment plan. But they still want their paper. They don't care what you got going on. Then your kid come to you with their hand out like, yo, we got something going on at school. You got to figure that shit out. People are not really happy right now, dog. People are not happy right now. And it's constantly showing in the state of psychosis and the state of behavior. They just doing shit. They just doing shit at this point. Because they're not happy. Their brain's not stable. They emotionally probably distraught and tossed and tossed in the wind. You feel me? At the end of the day, when it's all wrapped up and in a pretty little bundle for you, your life, and that's exactly what Uncle Rick is going at. Your life is your responsibility, right? Your life is your responsibility. You have professional responsibilities, you have personal responsibilities, universal godlike responsibilities. That's what Uncle Rick is going at. It doesn't matter. You got to take charge. You got to man the helm, right? You got to sit in the driver's seat and get to where you need to get to in the midst of the madness, in the midst of the chaos. It's all on you, my G. A new member. Don't you already have a membership?
I want some more motherfucking money. I want some more motherfucking money.
That was my bad. I meant to click off the joint. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care at all. I'm about to drop the link too, so y'all can pull up and talk and chat while I get the videos rolling, so we can watch some vids and talk. We talk some shit, man. Friday night we kick back, boom, we're just cooling. Most places, what places if I got electricity, I've done so I mean, but you see, and I think you might be onto something because I think the banks are now fronting bread, and then there's those small corps. I'm pretty sure they owned by bigger corps, but that's like the cards that you could go on Amazon. Let's say you go on Amazon and your card come out to 500. Amazon got this thing now where you could delay pay, and rent companies have it now. Delay pay some now, pay some later, to alleviate the you paying that heavy bill. The heaviest bill would be what? Your mortgage bill, right? So I think what they do is, I think the idea behind it is they could ease up the pressure on that first bill, right? And then throughout the month you knock it off. So let's say you get hit every week. and it's 400. You would give them 100 every week. So that instead of giving them 400 within that first on the first day of the month. I believe that's so I think you might be onto something. People not because they're unsure. Yeah, bro. Insecurity make people bummy for real. Uncle Rick, you got a life load of experiences, right? A lot of these people out here don't have that life of experience, and then when they built to go into the tundra with that kind of attitude. Honest truth. Few people have that inside of them to say, well, I know for sure it's tundra outside, but I gotta go. So let me get my thermals. Let me get my 2 pairs of socks. Let me get my 2 pair of gloves. Let me get my my Scully, right? It's just the way it is, dog. Ree, what's up, mama? It's just the way it is out here in the street. Some people don't got that fight inside of them, man. But the first part of your statement with uncertainty and insecurity make people hella bummy. Hella bummy. It's a part of the game. Yeah, of course. Of course it's a part of it. It's the reason why we could sit here today and chop it up like this, right? Because we're not talking about today. Yeah, I hate them little natty ass fruit flies. They're so aggy. But realistically, it's you don't make it to our place, right? Like how your life is set up, right? Where we see wifey take care of you and bring you the plates, and you in the crib, mac down, and you go outside, you grind it out, you go back home. You don't make it to that spot being soft. It's just that simple to me. Whoever gifted the milk, that might have been a Reaper. It could have been who else dropped some the other day? Magneto dropped some the other day. Reaper dropped a couple. I think like 2 or 3 times Reaper dropped last week. So I'll try to remember to relay the message for you. Once you have it today, is already tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Once it's in the bag, it's in the bag, G. You gotta move on. But let me drop the link in case anybody wanna pop up and kick it while we watch these videos and laugh and get the week off our back. Link. Boom, link is in. They got the link right there if anybody want to pull up. I'm at the let me see what I got in the IG vault. Let's see what they're talking about in this one. Let me open up the IG vault here. Yo.
What up, man?
My G, what up?
I'm not gonna turn the light on because I'm not gonna be up here but a second because I'm already doing some shit. Look, you know they arrested Don Lemon today, right?
You want to talk about it?
For a second.
All right, we can talk about it.
Just for a second. And here's why. And don't mistake this as me being some kind of supporter of Don Lemon. I am not a supporter of Don Lemon. I don't dislike Don Lemon, and I'm not a supporter of Don Lemon. I'm neutral about Don Lemon.
Yeah.
I actually miss watching him on the New Year's countdown because dude would get scummy on live TV and do some of the most inappropriate stuff. It was entertaining as hell.
He used to get wrecked.
So so I'm neutral about this crap. Here's the thing about the polarization politically in this country, and it's playing directly into the authoritarianism type people's hands. we are becoming more and more disenchanted with those who want to disrupt the system. It doesn't matter your political affiliation or what side of this that you are on. The mere fact that we get angry when we see, you know what I mean, disruptions of stuff, it don't understand that that's necessary. We don't have to like the ICE protesting, the protest of ICE. We don't have to like that. We can think that they're out there, but for us to have to give the impression that that we shouldn't do it is dangerous for this country. It's absolutely dangerous. When we're out there, you don't have to like the people or the cause of the person who's protesting, because at some point there's going to be a shift and a swing towards something that affects you personally, and you don't want that apparatus removed.
That's it.
You don't want it removed. And so Don Lemon going into this church, he should have known better than to walk into that church. A church, contrary to popular belief, a church is not a public forum. It is a private institution. And you cannot breach a private institution without an invitation.
I wanted to look that up more because they tax filing would affect their status, correct?
Their tax status has no bearing on if they are a public or private institution. Public institutions are owned by the government, period.
Yes.
Outside federal buildings, post offices, police stations, social service agencies, those are all public. Prisons,
they're
sure.
all
public institutions. It does not matter that the church gets a 501c3 filing and a tax designation. That does not make them public. They're still private.
It's still private. Okay.
The Urban League, the YWCA, the NAACP, all of those organizations, they are 501c3s, but they are still private entities. And arresting Don Lemon, while I think he was dumb for walking into that private institution, sends the wrong message, and they're doing it because Don Lemon isn't likable anymore. And people are being quiet about it or cheering it because Don Lemon isn't likable anymore. What this shit is what's happening has nothing to do with if something is likable or not, if a person or individual is likable or not. Just like in this country, we have a Fourth Amendment right to be secure in our personal properties and effects. But 24 states, half the states in this country have a stop and ID law.
A stop and ID.
which is a direct violation of the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution. And the people in this country are okay with it. Ain't no way in the world you could be walking down the street and they go, "Give me your papers." That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. And the other states that don't have it, the police officers act like they have that they're in a stop and ID state. And then and here's what they get you with. They get you with, well, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to get you for obstruction. Obstruction is a secondary offense to an initial crime. Yeah. Right. If I'm walking down the street and the cop wants to identify me and I go fuck yourself, that's all. That's the end of that conversation.
It should.
But then they're going to go, well, I'm going to get you for obstruction. And I know I'm going on a little bit of a rant. People, I'm going to beg you. If a fucking cop show up at your house, don't open the door.
Correct.
Do not open the door.
Don't open the door. Absolutely.
If they had a warrant, they're not knocking on your door. There could be nothing good coming from a cop knocking on your door.
Let me bring up another point, because I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about, and this has been something I've been stewing on lately. When we've seen Jimmy Kimmel, remember that, get smoked, Jimmy Kimmel got smoked for making that joke. That really wasn't against Charlie Kirk for real, and it wasn't really against. It was just he made a joke about Trump, and then all of a sudden he got to get smoked, right? Infringement upon what? First Amendment right. So it's not about us enjoying the life and liberties and the pursuit of happiness anymore, right? It's about pressuring down at all forms. Just like I said, when Charlie Kirk got hit, watch for these rights. It was going to be the first one, the second one, and the fifth one. Now, when you have the second one, you have to also acknowledge the fourth one.
Yes.
Like you have the first one, you have to acknowledge the fifth one. They go hand in hand. That being said, as much as we say America's the land of the free and the home of the brave, we are watching it change before our eyes. And it's simply because what we're talking about. People are not fucking with it right now. So that's why it's all a rebellion, right? And everything else going on, which I believe some of it is definitely agendaized for sure, without a doubt. But once I kick over the first domino, and let's say that first domino was BLM. Now we're here today. That first domino is already in motion.
Yeah, Trin, I understand why people are upset about different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Right.
But they don't understand you're railing against, arresting a journalist. We don't do that in the United States. They do that in Russia, Iran, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, North Korea, South Korea, China. That's where they do that at.
This ain't the same America.
People need to understand. Forget the fact that this is Don Lemon.
Okay.
Forget the fact that this is Don Lemon. And I'm going to repeat, Don Lemon had no business breaching a private institution where he was not welcome or invited. But here's the thing. We're arresting this man weeks later. Like he was one of the people, we've had all of these church shoot 'em ups. They're acting like he did that.
This is the thing about it though. While he invoked his First Amendment right to talk and preach and all that shit, he violated those people's First Amendment right too for our religion and stop them from worship.
Who did?
So they're in church, right?
Yeah.
Practicing their freedom to practice religion.
Right. But here's the thing, Tran. And this is going to be another thing people don't understand, because you got to understand whatever. And I cannot violate your rights, Tran. I'm not an institution. I don't have authority. I don't have any authority to violate it. Now, can Don Lemon commit trespassing, which is a crime?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Correct.
He's not violating their right. He's not stopping them from practicing their religion. He's trespassing. He's absolutely trespassing. Every last one of those protesters that disrupted, that came into that private institution, they committed, and when they were asked to leave and they did not leave.
They didn't leave, yes.
That's a crime. That's a trespass.
I did see that.
They committed a trespass.
I did see that. And I agree. I completely agree.
Did they disrupt? Yes, a disruption is not a violating of their rights. Only a governmental institution can actually violate your rights. Your constitutional rights.
So my right to practice religion, right?
Right. The government can't infringe on that. I can disrupt your shit all day long. That's not me violating your rights. The government can't do it.
So he violated or trespassed those people's rights to practice religion.
No, he did not trespass their rights. He just trespassed. He
physically trespassed the building.
Right. It's like somebody coming on your property. You tell them to get off, and they don't leave. They have now committed a crime.
Yeah, trespass is more a physical thing. I'm tracking that. But
yes,
him disturbing them and stopping them from worshiping. And just like you said, it's a private space. So he went the extra mile. He already trespassed, right? He already trespassed. Now causing the disruption and going in there and acting a fool and cutting up in the building. Is that not the hindrance of somebody's right to practice religion?
It's a hindrance, but you got to and this is what we don't do. And I understand that I'm splitting hairs.
Okay,
but the crime is not committed until the protesters and Don Lemon, which, by the way, Don Lemon, here's the fact. He wasn't a part of the protesting. He heard about it was going on, and he went to go document it. That's what he did. He wasn't part of the organization of this. But it doesn't matter. The moment he entered the building and they told him to leave and he did not leave, he committed a trespass.
I'm tracking it. I'm with you.
And that's what every other person did. Did they disrupt the service? Yes. In order for there to be a constitutional violation, a governmental entity would have. In order for that to be a constitutional violation, the police would have had to come in and interrupt.
You're right, because the Constitution protects the people against the tyrannical governments. I completely
agree with government. There you go.
I'm with you. And maybe I'm kind of like splitting hairs too a little bit. So what would be? So he comes in, starts cutting the fuck up, stopping me from worshiping, alarming me, putting me in distress, right?
Right.
I don't see how that's not him violating, because he's. I didn't dig into this yet, but now that we're talking about,
he's disturbing the peace.
Okay.
Yes. He's absolutely, he's trespassing, disturbing the peace. He's doing all of that, but he's not an entity.
Because he's not
a governmental entity.
Okay.
So that's why there's no, and hopefully my limited, because I do have a small law degree, but I ain't been in law school. So we're going to say that, but my understanding of it, the violations have to be committed by somebody who can actually violate it. Yes, Don Lemon did it, but Don Lemon is known, regardless if he's working or not. Well, here's the thing. Here's the other misconception people have. Everybody in the United States is a journalist.
Correct.
Everybody. There's no distinction between you, Trin, and Walter Cronkite. No. There's no difference between you two, because we are both covered on that. We're both covered by the First Amendment, which is the freedom of the press.
I think the confusion was what was press, and the Supreme Court had to go back and clarify it.
It said everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
I remember that. I remember reading.
Don't matter. It doesn't matter. But what alarms me is the fact that Don Lemon represents the First Amendment issue. Whether we like it or not, he's a representative. Why? Because he spent over 25 years in public life in some kind of journalistic position.
Yeah.
Whether we like him or not, whether we support him or not, whether we align with him or not, that's the representation. And we're celebrating this, not understanding what's happening. What ICE is doing, going door to door, is a fucking constitutional violation.
I get it. Yes, I agree. I agree.
And there's a whole section of this country celebrating. And I'm looking at them going, you guys have no idea what you are championing. You don't know. And it's, hey, here's the thing. There's, like the Bible said, there's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
We watched this happen in Germany in the late 30s through the 40s. What ended up happening in the 40s?
That was in Germany?
In Germany. What happened?
The Gulag?
All of that. And it started the same way of what's going on right now.
That's the Gestapo shit, right? That was
Yes.
the Gestapo's. That was the Gestapo shit in Germany. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
The same thing that happened in Germany is happening step by step, but it's happening faster here than it did there. It took them 20 years or so to get to where Hitler was what he was. This stuff is happening
Okay,
in record speed here in this country. And because we are everybody is in their little damn camp, their little gang, that they can't see that this is unraveling.
Everybody will be encompassed by the effect of it. So let's say Jimmy Kimmel, right? When Jimmy Kimmel got smoked, he came back a week later, right? You know why he came back?
It was economic.
Well, no, because Jimmy Kimmel was kind of bummy, to be honest.
No, the Disney Corporation in 1 week lost like $1.5 billion in revenue.
For the Jimmy Kimmel thing?
Yes. That's why they brought him back, because because them white folk got so mad, they boycotted. I mean,
hold on.
Anything with a Disney name attached to it was all of a sudden wasn't moving, wasn't selling, wasn't buying. It was being canceled. $1.5 billion in 1 week. That got you. You talking about too big to fail?
Sure.
Disney was like, oh hell no.
I was tracking the fact that people stood up and said, well, if you could take Jimmy Kimmel off the show, then who can you not take off the fucking air?
Yeah, and they brought him back because people understand you want to disrupt anything here. It's economic. Nothing else matters in this country but money, which is the work of the devil.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that sentiment, but I promise you, I was tracking that every big name that was out there. Well, the big names that got sense, because you know they play their sides for they what you call it, that the people that's paying them, whatever the case is, right? A lot of them was like, yo, dog, if Kim could get smoked, right? That means we all on the chopping block, which would be again a violation of the First Amendment, journalism and press. That's what I was tracking. I didn't know that Disney got beat up about it.
Disney, man, they got mollywopped.
1.5 B.
I think it was 1.5. Hold on, let me double check it. Hold on, it was astronomical. Hold on, give me right.
They don't have to be separate things. They don't have to be separate things. But now that I know that, it does kind of add a little bit more, let's say, tenacity to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're losing the bread, and also the people are saying, no, you can't violate his rights because he was actually sitting like in the highest seat of journalism is the news, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my bad. I grossly over exaggerated the 1.5.
Come on.
I should say misexaggerated it. Disney lost in 1 week $5 billion. That's what they lost. Disney shares dropped drastically, causing a $5 billion loss over several days.
Ooh. I was tracking all the big dogs coming out and speaking for him. And these are people that are anti-Kimmel. Like anti-Kimmel, anti his establishment, anti his views, all that shit.
They were losing subscriptions. People were dumping their stocks. It was Disney CEO went to Jimmy Kimmel's house begging, crawled up Jimmy Kimmel's driveway on his hands and knees, begging his ass to come back. Jimmy, let me tell you something. He's a better man than me because I would have held them motherfuckers hostage.
Oh, I was going to get paid coming back for sure.
Paid would have been an understatement.
I was getting paid coming back.
I would have been at least a 10% owner in Disney by the time I was done negotiating with them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would definitely push the envelope for sure.
Yeah. I would. Man, look, I'm like, because that was 5 billion in less than 7 days. 5 billion. Yes. Think how much money. Extrapolate that over the course of a month.
But there's countries that don't have that GDP.
No. So this is what I'm talking about when we need to be careful about what we
support,
what we cheer, what we celebrate. Of
That's
course, Don Lemon can be a hypocrite, and the what they call the far left Democrats, which is what they are. Of course, some people are annoying; they can make things worse. But what you cannot champion is when the government starts coming in and punishing them for stuff that's not a violation, all because you annoyed by them.
So
you don't like Bernie Sanders, you don't like Pocahontas, what's her name? Elizabeth Warren, vote the motherfuckers out. You don't sick the government. You don't sick the government on them. You don't like Don Lemon, do what you guys did. Stop watching him. Guess what CNN did when his ratings went too low? They dumped him. That's what you do. You don't sick the goddamn government on them.
That was the thing, and that's what made the Kimmel thing nasty too.
Yes.
The FAA came in there, pressured down by Buddy. You feel me? But then that would be a strict violation of his rights then.
Yeah.
Because it's on behalf of corps.
Yes.
And entities. Yeah, I think we need to be more conscious about what we champion, because it's going to rain on your doorstep also. So if we even go back to the ICE thing, right? There's a way for them to conduct this business, and it doesn't have to be that savage manner that they are.
Trin, this is how far people don't. Let me put it like this with the ICE thing to give you guys some perspective about just how far down the road we are. That we're probably at a point where we can't come back. Sit and think about this for a second with ICE. They killed 2 white people on live TV. 2 unarmed white people on live TV. Just because that man was carrying his weapon, which he has a right to do in this country and in this state, and it was concealed, and he had it concealed legally, but the only thing that was in his hand was a cell phone. They pushed him down, pulled out a gun, and executed him.
They did. I saw it.
Look how far. Think about this. They didn't do this to a black woman and a black man. They did this to a white woman and a white man.
But you see that kills that puts another light on it, because
the government killed its own people. They don't consider me and you its people, Trin. They consider white folk their people.
It's not about at the end of the day, it's not about to me, right? And now I think that's very clear that it ain't blacks where white people say, like, I'm safe because guess what? I'm white.
They're not safe anymore.
Okay. Track. That's the vibe that's around right now.
If you are pro, I'm gonna give you the other side of it. The Trump people. Remember when Trump's at the end of his first term? Remember January 6th?
J6s, yeah.
You know how all the people on the right, the Democrats are the right, or they're the left?
Democrats are the left.
Are the left. So everybody on the left during January 6th was aghast, appalled, couldn't believe it. That they did. Let me tell you something. Those Trump people that invaded the Capitol, they had a right to do it. It's in the Constitution. It's in the Second Amendment.
You said that the J6s had the right to do it?
Absolutely, they had a right to do it.
Because the White House is a public place.
No, they had a right to do it. What was their goal on January 6th was to overthrow the government. Their goal was to lynch the vice president. They were chanting that. Hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence.
I don't think they were going to take it that
Pence.
far.
Huh?
I personally didn't think they was going to take it that far. I'm saying they had the right to do it because they have the First Amendment and the Second Amendment.
Trin, they built a damn gallows outside of the damn Capitol building to hang him from.
I'm going to look this up. I think that a lot of things could be performative.
Trin, this is the problem. We think, okay, they stormed the Capitol.
Yeah.
They built a hanging station outside of the Capitol. They went in there looking for the vice president, and that was performative. They just didn't find him. And let me tell you something. The Second Amendment gave them the right to do it because the Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. But if you keep reading in the Constitution, it tells you why we need the Second Amendment, which is to overthrow a tyrannical government. And so who's to determine if the government is tyrannical or not? Who determines that? The people. So the people had decided. Now let me tell you something. How stupid let me tell you how stupid the damn Democrats were, because the Democrats want to get rid of the Second Amendment. You know what I would have done as a Democrat? I would have got lawyers for all those people that stormed the Capitol, and I would took it to the Supreme Court and challenged the Second Amendment. Because if the Second Amendment is the right to bear arms based on the right to overthrow the government, the Supreme Court would have had to make a decision: is what these people did, was it constitutional? And if the Supreme Court would have said what they did was not constitutional, that would have gotten rid of the Second Amendment.
The Supreme Court, from what I've tracked in these past years, have actually done good work, actually.
Wow.
By coming together, right? And actually going through law. So I don't see the Supreme Court saying that, but I get what you're saying.
I'm saying if the Democrats who hated what they saw on January 6th,
I'm tracking.
And wanted them prosecuted, I would have gotten them, each of these people, lawyers, and I would have said they had a right to do it under the Second Amendment. I would have been a fake support. I was like, under the Second Amendment, they had a right to do it. That would have made its way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court would have had to revisit: do the United States citizen have a right to overthrow a tyrannical government?
They would have to go back to the board. I absolutely agree.
And then guess what the Supreme Court would have said? No citizen has the right to overthrow a tyrannical government. And guess what that would have done? It would have eliminated the fucking Second Amendment.
You think the Supreme Court would have said no?
Yes, I know they would have said no. What government institution is gonna say, yeah, you got a right to overthrow us, even though it's in the Constitution? They would have said no government, no citizen has the right to overthrow the government. They would have doubled down on that, but therefore nullifying the Second Amendment.
Well, then it's just everybody just tossed into the fire then, because if you can nullify the Second Amendment, then the Fourth is going.
Yep.
The Fifth gonna be next.
Gone.
Well, the first gotta go, and then the Fifth gonna go, and then the whole shit gonna be out the door.
I'm just telling you, they had a right. They had a way to get rid of it. They had a way to challenge it, and then if the Supreme Court would have said yes, the citizens have the right to overthrow the government, it would have made everything that those people did legal.
Was
It
it?
it was a Sophie's.
Wasn't it charged treason?
Yes. That's why I'm saying I would have took the shit to the Supreme Court, because the Supreme Court would have been stuck with a Sophie's choice. They would they would have had to uphold that I had a right to do it, or they would have said I didn't and get rid of the Second Amendment. Think about it.
I am, and I think you got a. I think you have a point in there, because at that point, it would be people exercising their right, so they would be out anyway, because you can't hold them anymore.
Yeah, Michelle.
Because they exercise their right that they believe to be true, that was written in the Constitution.
Yes.
Of America.
Yeah,
They would be out, but then there would be no more of it.
What do you mean there would be no? No, there'd have been more of it, because anytime a group decided that their government, whether it be local, state, or federal, was tyrannical, they can just march to because it would have been.
No. It would be no more Second Amendment. The Second Amendment would go away while they let these people, the J6ers, would go home, and a new standard would be set.
No, the Second Amendment will be upheld.
Hold on. You saying they would uphold the Second Amendment and saying that, so if it goes to the Supreme Court, they would uphold it or not uphold it, in your thought?
In my opinion, they would have not upheld it.
So then the J6ers would go home.
No, they wouldn't go home.
What the fuck they going to charge them with at that point?
They would go to jail. But guess what else would happen?
How would you charge them if it was in the Constitution?
Maybe you and I are having a if
merry-go-round?
No. If, let's say I was one of the January 6ers, I took my case already to the Supreme Court, and my defense is I had a right to do it.
Yes.
The Supreme Court says no, you don't. There goes the Second Amendment. I go to jail. The Second Amendment is gone too.
But if they
uphold it,
then you're free and clear for sure.
And me and everybody go free and clear. But guess what else happens? Whenever, no matter if it's in a local, state, or federal, if 15, 20,000 people decide that government needs to be gone, ain't nothing they can do about it. I'm telling you, this would have been a Sophie's choice. Yeah. You know what I mean? This would have been this would have been one hell of a conundrum and a hell of a test. That's what I'm saying. The Democrats weren't smart. They should have challenged the Second Amendment. Because this would have put the country in a complete what they keep calling a constitutional crisis. Because if the Second Amendment falls, the entire Constitution falls.
Then we go back to that fucking Gestapo shit.
Yeah, the entire Constitution falls. Michelle Love, real quick.
Exactly, dog.
Michelle Love, real quick. During the American Revolution, had George Washington them not won, they all would have been hung for treason.
I think so too. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
That with our current system, they should have took this to the Supreme Court. If they would have lost it, then they could have been held for treason. But then
and people would have lost their fucking shit. It would have been takeovers everywhere.
But listen, not only if they would have lost, not only would they be held for treason, but the Second Amendment, your right to bear arms, would have been gone too.
Correct.
Guess what would have?
Guess what
would have happened? A second Civil War.
It'd be turned the fuck up for sure.
Yes, because ain't nobody. There are 3 times more guns in this country than there are people.
Yes.
This would have been. That's how. I'm just saying.
It'd have been a get down. For sure. It'd be a get down. Yes. That's why I think the Supreme Court would hold it. Hold the Second Amendment, hold true, and hold strong to it, right? Get them people out of jail, but you could also make additions to it.
the Supreme Court can't change the Constitution. They can
Well,
only rule if the Constitution is constitutional or not. They cannot change the Constitution.
Not change. What I mean to say,
that would have to go back to the House, back to Congress.
Yeah, it has to go back to the drawing board,
and then back to the states for ratification. Right.
Right, but it'll still trigger that.
Yes.
What could we do to clarify speech and comprehension about what is good or not good? Because they clarified speech already, right? They gave the guidance on what it is, so they could actually give guidance on how this thing is supposed to be practiced from the Supreme Court.
My messy fiance, that's what I'm calling her right now. Queen of Vibes says that the Dems are not smart. They're not.
I'm over them. I'm over them. Sorry.
I started all of this to say we need to be careful about what we champion.
I agree. I absolutely
because it's when you sit back and take away like your like and dislike and look at what they're actually doing, it's kind of.
It's going to fuck with you also.
Yeah, it's
because you simply feel like a fucking. Just because simply you emotionally attached to this thing, and maybe you come from a Mexican household or a Turkish household and a Jamaican household, and your people get snatched and sent home, you had emotional attachment to it, right? So you might see it as it being fucked off or whatever the case is, but if they're illegal, they're illegal. So you might be one to be high pressed about anti-ICE. I get it.
Yeah.
But the reality is illegal status is illegal statuses. I don't want to agree with the way ICE is doing their job.
ICE in itself, I believe, is unconstitutional. The whole department is unconstitutional, in my opinion. I'm not a legal scholar.
Right, all right.
They don't have the right to come kick your damn door in.
No, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you.
Trin, let me tell you something.
There's more ways to do it, right?
Trin, let me tell you something. You can be visiting me at my house. You can have a warrant out for your arrest.
Yeah, yep.
You can be sitting in my house.
Yeah.
The police can't come in. They would need to get a warrant to enter the home, even though you got a warrant out for your arrest.
I agree. Yes, you're correct.
That's why I said I beg people.
ICE don't have though. ICE don't. You know what? ICE don't move like police. ICE don't move like police. Like when you see police,
they are an unconstitutional rogue agent. They're there just for the strict purposes of enforcement of deportation, meaning that somebody's already been brought into custody either through your local or whatever policing. They're turned over to the ICE department, and the ICE department processes them out of the country. They're not boots on the ground law enforcement. They're not supposed to be coming through your fucking town, kicking in your door, looking up under your car, and going in your clothes and shit. Nor do they have the right to do it.
This is the thing about,
and they're executing people on the reason why Minnesota and all these other states are let me tell you who's not supporting them. Law enforcement, local law enforcement.
I completely agree with you, G. I'm saying I'm not jacking how they get down. What happens is because they have a whole different budget line, and because they have a whole different mandate, are they constitutional or not? That's a hard one.
Let me tell you, I think there's going to be a fucking showdown between local law enforcement and local law enforcement. I look at them as the bad guys too. We're going to see a bad guy versus bad guy fight. Especially
a lot of police don't fuck with them, bro.
Especially if they keep killing. Let me tell you something. They've only killed 2 white people. What the hell you think's going to happen if they kill 2 more? Just only 2 more. What the hell you think's going to happen in this country? Let let them kill another woman, another white woman.
Dog, I'm with. If it sounds like I'm arguing against you, I'm not. I think you're really onto something right now. And
I love
and that safety net that whites had, they don't have no more. As to where, remember we went through that phase where it was like, use your white privilege.
That shit gone.
Huh?
That shit gone with these ICE thugs. That shit gone.
It's gonna be going across the board, I think, simply because I don't know what the reason is. But if the whites are feeling like they don't have the white privilege anymore, they're gonna be out the motherfucking way. And if the ones that do get in the way, I think it's gonna be more mini missiles being slung across the street. You hear me?
Yep. I'm just saying, be careful what you're campaigning for. Just because you don't like that side of the political spectrum, that don't mean that you should want them to not do what they're doing. I want them out there protesting. I want them out there giving our government hell. You're supposed to.
That shit right, though.
It's
like,
the most.
What are we talking about?
It's the most American thing you can do is be a fucking nuisance to your government. Because guess what? There is no America without a bunch of fucking Americans being a nuisance to England.
True.
The most American thing you can do, besides apple pie and fuck a white woman, is give the government hell. Which I gotta get that off my bucket list, I think.
You ain't never knock one?
No, never.
There's some nice joints out there, G.
Is it? I don't know.
Shit. You better turn on HBO.
Every time I'm not trying to be funny. Please forgive me if there are any Caucasians in the chat, but every time I see a white woman, all I can imagine is her making out with her dog. That's it.
Hey, yo, you tweaking.
That's all they do.
Because you see him at the park where they love their dog so much, they be all over loving them. Oh, you a fool, boy.
They be French kissing their dogs and shit. They be having full makeout sessions with their dogs. So every time I see a white woman, that's all I can see is I can't see nothing them other than them looking, letting their dog lick them all in the mouth and eating food and
Yeah, that white woman that got some sense, boy.
I don't know any. Let me tell you something. In my lifetime, I probably met 2 white women that I thought were decent in my life. Decent human beings. I'm talking about decent human beings. I've probably met 2 in my life.
No, you got some killers out there, boy.
I don't. Most white, maybe it's just the environment or the part of the country that I'm in. But most white people are not. They've not done. They've been awful to me.
Maybe a good experience for you would be overseas then. Yo.
What it do, Trin?
Yeah,
what up, RBN?
Bro.
Hey, forgive me for not show my face. I'm getting ready. I gotta make a late night delivery in the whole 9. But wait a minute, RBN. They do have the right. They have the right to go get illegals within the United States. It's just that the local government does not have to help them. That's
right. Okay, but
thing.
They DHS though.
Yes, yeah.
That's a whole different budget. That's what I was saying. They DHS. They not local polices. They not.
But they don't have the right to.
Military.
They don't have the right to engage, detain American citizens, or even kill them.
No. That's not
what we agree on. Things that's happening, going on. It's very ugly and very dirty. Things that's going on to where they should not be engaging the public the way that they are engaging them. But they do have the right to go get an illegal within the United States. That's their job. Remember, they came out from Border Patrol.
Yeah.
To where it's from there. So that's where they got. ICE now is their own arm to go into the United States to get illegals.
That's what I'm saying. This is
I
why
like
this
how they
needs to
get
be
down, son.
needs to be vetted through the court system. I think ICE is unconstitutional. I really do.
I don't like the way they get down. That's it.
But I agree. I agree how it's going. What the problem is the how they engaging with the public. That's the problem. That's where they messing up and doing that. Now, RBN, we got to remember the Patriot Act. That changed a lot of stuff. So now Department of Homeland Security
Bush
is their own thing. That's where things had changed. To where I agree with you, RBN. I think we're on the same page. But the thing at times is when you get to the law is what's been changed of the law and what's been, or should I say, what's been opened up to be contacted or to be challenged. That's what the Patriot Act did. Because honestly, the Patriot Act took away a lot of our, especially the Fourth Amendment. It took away a lot of that.
Well, the Patriot Act is why Snowden can't come home because he exposed it.
Yeah, in a lot of stuff. Snowden showed a lot of stuff to where a lot of people like what he had done, but there's a lot of people that's like the way he done it because he gave away the information to a foreign entity.
That's because they tried to prosecute. That's because the United States government wanted to jail him for the rest of his life. What the hell?
But it's understandable. But RBN, look at it this way. Just like you was talking about those January 6 guys. We do have the right to go against the government if we see that it's tyrannical. But if you lose, they can charge you with treason because they are still the government.
Yeah.
You try to overthrow them. So that's where it comes there. Now, the fight that they would have to do there would have been a long process. It would have been a long process with a lot of information and stuff to go through there. That's why I think it took so long before I think Trump was the one that said they'll let him go. But it took the process is long because you got to go through the judicial system.
I think some of them guys were going to take this shit to the Supreme Court. This was going to be ugly if they went to the Supreme because what was on the line? What was on the line was the Second Amendment. That was what was on the line. And people keep thinking that the Second Amendment is only about the right to bear arms. No, it also contains a provision about the American citizens' right to overthrow their government.
That's the tyrannical government.
To challenge the government.
It was specifically done for war, internal domestic civil war, where we are not Gestapo, right? We're not Sweden, we're not Australia. We can have our shit in the times of a tyrannical government.
And if I'm not mistaken,
and America is a country that you can't fuck with these people's. You can't fuck with these amendment rights. You can't fuck with their rights. America's not trying to hear that shit, to be honest.
Well, they're giving it away.
Unwillingly.
They're willingly giving it away because of ideological fighting. We're ideological fighting because I'm a Democrat. I can't listen to that goddamn Republican. We all are going to be in the same. America has now been slowly. This is going to be a class country, kind of like India. It's going to be the have and have nots. It's going to be the privileged and not privileged.
Giving that shit away willingly.
Yes.
Ignorance ain't a fucking excuse. You are willingly making decisions. You are willingly condemning things that possibly don't need to be condemned. You are willingly not condemning the things that need to be condemned. It's just this big emotional hoopla. It's stuffed and filled with identity politics to the fucking brim. It's all about identity politics. It ain't about real frames. It ain't about peopleization, right? So when I say peopleization, it's this: Americans, Trinidadians, Haitians, Danes, right? That's the ideology that people should have. It's not just about me and my household, but what benefits the good of the Americas. But identity politics involved in it is every time you turn around, it's a separation point, which plays on identities. I identify as a them. identify as a black. Rachel Dolezal is a black. Motherfucking Jesse Smollett identifies as a true speaker when he knows he's a fucking liar. It's all this identity shit, bro, and none of it is true. It's to the real, true core of putting the country in a state of really being free and really being successful the way it's known to be.
Yep, I gotta go Trin, but you know what? I blame Anton Daniels for all this shit.
Boy, you're a fucking fool.
Has our girl sent up a smoke signal today?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so she good?
Yeah, that motherfucker hit me a little bit ago. Was like, hey, you shooting? I'm like, yeah, for sure. She's like, all right, cool. I'm out the way. I was like, all right, cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she alive, bro.
All right. But no, Mike Love, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I just want us to be mindful about what we're cheering just because we're annoyed with a group of people.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Right. You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don Lemon is annoying. I'm neutral about Don Lemon, but the last 2 years he's been absolutely annoying. But that doesn't mean. And then he did the wrong thing. Now, if Don Lemon would have stood outside the church on the street and then try to get an interview, with the pastor instead of going in there, we wouldn't be here right now.
You know what I think? I think if he was still working with a big corporation, he would only have to do a public apology. Since he's not backed by a big corporation, they gonna get him and do what they did. To where,
but look at it. But look at it like on this note too, right? If he was still with big corp media, right, MSM, then the reality is he probably wouldn't even been in that scenario because he'd been busy at motherfucking work.
I agree.
Yeah.
But and those are the things that happens at times before, because there's things that corporations do that we don't do, and those are things are think tanks. They have think tanks to where that only job is to, if we do this, what's going to happen then? If we do that, what's going to happen then? They think things through so much to where if it would have, the first time it would have came down to where he would have went in there and done that, even with a big corporation, like, oh, he was onto the premises and they got mad and kicked him out, they would have had, just like in college, just like RBN was doing the other day. He was cramming. He was doing an all-nighter. Hey, I got to get these done, Trin. I got to do this, and that. They would have had the same type of thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The legality of what was done.
They would have activated. You're right.
Right, and that's the thing that big corporations do that. And then just the backing of their name or what they had, because the main thing is the more people behind you that's with you, the more you can speak a certain way and other people will listen to you. That's what the media is. That's what social media becomes. That's what it comes to where if somebody says something and this many people there, they could change or they could push a type of narrative. So I think it'd be different on that point.
I'm with you. Because if you go back to Operation Mockingbird, right?
All right, fellas, I got to get back to my work over here, but
PG, you already know what time it is, bro.
All right, RB. Hey, RB, when you be doing them tests, man, don't forget to throw some of them in the chat. The chat knows everything. We know everything. Give us some questions too, man. We want to learn and do the same, man. Come on.
You want to learn the shit too, okay?
Man, I want to learn any and everything I can. I'm a conversationalist. I want to learn everything that's going on, which I think that's my problem.
You see who just popped in the chat? Red Lipstick Vibe. She rejected me last night. My heart is broke. My feelings are hurt.
Oh,
Red, man.
Bruh. No, with Red, you gotta. With Red, you gotta bring Red an exotic type of spice or flower. She have to have things to add to her collection. If you come with a rare flower or rare spice, she'll love you.
Red don't need shit.
Look, RLB was like, TJ, the show over with, brother. Get over it. No, listen, I'm not getting over nothing. You let Trin up at the last. Hey, if Trin can come up at the last minute, you gotta be fair. I come up at the last minute. You gotta be fair.
want that Trin.
No,
She want
last
that.
week
He
I
want that
bumped him.
same
There were
Trin
like
love,
5
huh?
minutes left, G.
You can't bring up one brother and not the other brother. Hey, if he get 5 minutes, I get 5 minutes.
Yo was on my heels ASAP. This late motherfucker. Yo was
Yeah, she was all over your. She was all over your top. Pause.
no, I was hella late.
Yeah.
No mercy.
Yeah,
None.
we giving her a hard time. What's up, CIP? All right, guys, I got to get going. I'll keep y'all on.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate the support, bro.
All right.
All right, RBN.
Yo, hit them buttons, G. I gotta run the spinny for y'all because y'all be forgetting here. Bang, we back. We about to watch a video, G. And RBN brought up the creature. So we're gonna have to watch the video of the creature. What you got? Sorry.
I want some more motherfucking money.
You was sleepy, mama?
I want some more motherfucking money.
People get sleepy from time to time, you heard? So we about to watch this video. Apparently this happened today. So when Big Face called me, right? She's like, hey, you got a show? I'm like, yeah. She was like, all right, cool. I just shot a show. I was like, all right, cool. She's like, you got to check it out. I was like, what bullshit you on? She's like, check it out. I was like, all right, cool. So I don't know. I was going to watch IG. I was going to open the IG vault, but we know what happened with the IG vault. We got caught up talking about crazy shit, you heard? So we here. Love, you kicking it or are you banging out? Love going too.
No, I'm gonna step out because I gotta. I'm about to jump in this truck and it's gonna switch to the truck and I gotta make this move. But I'm in the chat.
My G. Hey, yo, hit them buttons, don't we? About to watch a vid, kick back for a little bit. Then apparently somebody about to be a witch in maybe 3 hours. Somebody's witching it up. Talvar, what up, boy? Hey, y'all better y'all better drink water too while y'all out here in this damn world. Kazu! I was about to load this damn video. Boom draw. Girl, wine for me like that, me like that. And jiggle up your body like that, me like that. Here we go.
Hey there, besties. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, I'm about to make this video. It's going to be short. It's going to be...
Yo, I realized FBAs might be racist as fuck, but we'll talk about it later on.
Be sweet, and it's going to be unedited because y'all already know what I'm doing, where I'm at, what's going on. But
give me a 1 1 1 1 1 1 for sound being good, and we rolling.
I had to bring this to you because there's people out here that just want my attention, so my attention they shall have, right? So this is another BAN that's out here mad over Anton. Shout out to Amanize, who keeps me in the loop on things. Not that she told me about this, but she definitely keeps me in the loop. So y'all got another BAN, old as dirt, sitting up here. I'm gonna just let y'all listen. I'm gonna just let y'all listen. So listen up and I'll be back.
What's going on, my video viewing audience? Leonard Roy coming at you. And let me talk.
I know this dude, bro. I know who this dude is. I know that. I know his face. I do know his face.
About
Cuz you know him too? Okay.
Messy Michael. Michael Messy. And Michael is handsome. Don't believe me? Let's go. Oh, look at Messy Michael. Oh, handsome. See, this one, for years, this one was on YouTube didn't show their face, just spoke, and you could hear from the voice. That's a man, baby. That's a manly man, baby. So mannish and so handsome. Mannish and handsome. Scratch my nose on that one. Yeah.
Somebody with teeth like that gonna have the nerve and the audacity. Somebody with all them spaces in between their teeth is gonna have the nerve and the audacity. Now I promise y'all that this ninja is.
He is the DJ. Yep. That's who he is. Correct. Absolutely correct.
I want some more motherfucking money.
Oh shit, certified. All right. Let me say you certified buster, dog. Yo, how you know somebody's YouTube track record? That means you be jacking. That means you've been on their motherfucking heels. So now you're calling them manly and et cetera, et cetera. So you got information. All right, cool, run it up. This is gonna be good.
Older than me, okay? Now y'all already know that people come through and always have these insults and they say I'm a man, I'm a white supremacist child. All the insults is fine, okay? But to have the all damn audacity to call me ugly looking like the crypt fucking keeper's father with all those gaps, man, sir, you should have insurance enough to have fixed them damn teeth. You should have gotten a haircut. You, looking in the background and looking at that couch, have the nerve and the all damn audacity to talk about somebody else when you shop at Rent-A-Center. Child, the back of this room definitely looks rented. Look at them daggone curtains and whatever the hell it is over there on the right-hand side, probably rented. It's still.
I don't know why y'all keep fucking with her. You can hear it in her voice. She's a woman. In the voice, you can hear it's a woman's voice. What you got, Fully? Fully said, "This lame." Emailing you about fucking what, Aki? What could be 3-4 times a day, son? Reaper email me 7 times a week. Average, that's 1 a day, and it's about content and videos that I could go over on the show. Reaper Treestar don't email me about what? Treestar even met. You know what? I gotta hold on. Wait, I gotta. Here you go.
I want some more motherfucking money.
I think I'm gonna cook them up too. Hold on. I'm thinking about it.
Pores. Is this poor? Child, is this the best that you can do? That shirt looked like you've had it for 15 years. No, it's all stretched the hell out. No tightness to it whatsoever. Shit probably stinks. Actually, I think I smell it from here. But help me understand, y'all. Let me rephrase. Do y'all know what this is all about? I give y'all 3 guesses as to what this is all about, and the first 3 guesses don't count because it's the same thing over and over and over again. And again, shout out to the Black women. Child, y'all are the bomb.com because it's these bitch ass ninjas.
If this is about Anton and Corey and all that bullshit, Don Lemon and all that bullshit, I might investigate into flaming this dude up. I may. For
that's wilding out over other men, all these men wilding out over one daggone man. I swear to you, these ninjas must be in love with daggone Anton. Shout out to Anton, because we already know, because Anton said is what these ninjas is all upset about. But I'll let it play. Y'all can call me Michael from now on.
Yeah, that one right there. All giddy and giggled over Anton.
Well, her voice is, you can hear it in her
And
voice.
the Anton Daniels Fleece Johnson thing, when Fleece was like, hey boy, you're kind of cute in them jeans. Then this handsome one right here, I wish I could have it on stuck. Yeah, that handsome one right there, Messy Michael. And you can.
I just want to know, does anybody know why all these alleged men are so upset about the Fleece Johnson interview? Because y'all, I'm sensing a pattern as I continue to hear these videos. They tag me, and he tagged me in this, right? So why are these alleged men so upset with Anton and the interview that he did with Fleece Johnson? Do we find a connection, y'all? Have we found the connection? Because did they want to interview Fleece? Are they upset because Fleece don't want to talk to them? Did they want to go to jail with Fleece? Is that what's going on? Because now none of this makes sense. So let me get this straight. So you mad at me for nothing that I've ever done to anybody with regard to Fleece Johnson, with regard to Anton Daniels, but I'm a man. So there's clue number one. This man making a video about me, calling me a man. Cool. Then you're talking about Anton, a man, an actual man who you don't know. He don't know you.
I'm pushing more towards roasting, buddy. I am. I'm trying not to. But if you got your whole life going on, what do you care if Anton interview Fleece? So if Anton lives an alternate life, let's say Anton lives that lifestyle. Let's say he does. Then what the fuck business is? Yeah, I gotta do the allegedly thing. Now I thought that was already known. Allegedly, right? If Anton is living this lifestyle, and now Fleece is out, he walk around with he walk around with these neighborhood baddies like Mika, because Mika's decent as shit. He got, what's the other one that be with him all the time? His homie, the one from Trinidad, Q, Island Girl. I think his name is Island Girl Q. I'm almost positive it's Island Girl Q. Not Q, the dude that be on the show with him also. So if Anton is living an alternate lifestyle, what does that have to do with you and your lifestyle? Like, where does it intersect at? Where's the infatuation level to the point where this becomes your everyday talking point? Ain't men supposed to be out here busy, like Manosphere said? We men, ain't we? Yeah. We men, ain't we? Shit. I gotta send him an email to tell him keep it up. That's my dude. I ain't seen him in a minute, but that's he makes good content. What why are you so infatuated? I just don't see it, dog. I just don't see it. Frigid there is having episode after episode after manic episode, calling every single body that he could muster up to pull up to talk down on Anton. You're not hurting Anton. Anton is not being hurt in no way, shape, or form. If anything y'all doing, y'all just keep driving traffic his way. Same thing with Candace Owens. The more shit they talk, is more traffic getting driven that way. It's free publicity, dog. Free promo. I gotta figure out a fucking scandal for me so I get some fucking free promo. Fuck am I doing?
He ain't do nothing to you, but you
frack am I doing?
mad at that man because he interviewed another man that happens to be gay or I don't know what he is, child. But clearly he likes ABCD sex, right? So this man, let me rephrase, this bitch ass ninja is mad that Anton, a man, interviewed an ABCD man, and that's what's got his panties in a bunch? That's what's got the Crypt Keeper's father's panties in a bunch? The Crypt Keeper's father is upset that he didn't get to interview Fleece. I'm sensing a pattern. You know what? Shout out to the divestors as well, because they've been saying this, child. The divestors been saying this, child, and I guess they are proven to be right. Because the only people crashing out over Anton are other bitch-ass ninjas who live in decrepit poors, who live poorly, who got a dirty-ass couch that's browner and darker and dirtier than he is, with that effed up stretched out shirt. Ain't even Fruit of the Loom, child. The shit probably came straight from Goodwill. Shout out to those that gotta go to Goodwill and don't even have a dental plan. Can't get a straight haircut. Face all fucked the fuck up. Gonna have the nerve to talk about me. Nigga, I can get a nigga before you could ever get a bitch. I promise you. I promise you. But if this makes you feel better to act so
What's a false equivalency? But I get the point. Coming off of looks, I could see how he might not be in the category of bagging shit. I'm saying I could see how he might not be in the category of the most baggable, right? Like you go to the club, it might be slim pickings. I get what you're saying. I'm with you.
Effeminate and to come after me when I have nothing to do with any of this. I have absolutely nothing to do with your
Wrong. You have every fucking thing to do with him in that Fleece Johnson interview. You paid his bail. You took him out, got him geared up. You drove him to the interview. You introduced. What is going on here, dog? You talking about? Yo, this is why we need to pay more attention to the things that we drink and eat. Because the fluoride in the water and the thing that's probably sprayed on the food is making men very, very emo and soft. There's just no two ways about it at this point. There's no two. At this point, I don't see another reason for it. They're very, very, very soft and weird, like, and timid, like, and they blame people for things they have nothing to do with. He's going to blame Trump for Don Lemon being in jail. He's going to blame Trump because he didn't pay his water bill on time. He's going to blame Trump because his partner, whatever that looks like, decided to cheat on him. There's no accountability or responsibility for none. What do you tell your children? Like, what do you tell them? Do you instill this? You know what these men are? When women said, we want men to be more sensitive, they was the first ones in line to sign up for being more sensitive. They didn't say, nah, it ain't me, yo. I respect you for who you are, but don't try to change me and turn me into you because you think changing me into you makes our relationship better, because it's not going to work that way, right? I have things to do that I was charged with. God gave me a mission to handle. Nah, they was first in line with a cup in hand to get their portion of emotion, so they could be more emotion. They could tap into their emotion. He has a great
Fascination, your obsession with Anton and Fleece Johnson. But I'll take it. We'll continue. We'll continue for shits and giggles.
Look at this messy one on camera. Hear that voice? You know that's a man, baby, with that green screen.
Child, who talks like that? But
nah, I don't hear it. But nice try though.
Austin Powers. It's a man, baby. It's a man, baby.
What's that channel?
Sassy Straits, do y'all talk like this? Bueller.
What's the channel? Send me the fucking channel.
RBN, Trin, Kofa. Child, do y'all talk like this? I mean, you know, I know you don't, but child, who talks like this? Besides Austin fucking Powers and the Crypt Keeper's father, who talks like this?
Background that everybody and their mama done used up on StreamYard. No showing of any children, because that's a man, baby.
He on your heels, G.
Oh, now we want to bring it on to me, and now this is supposed to have me do what, child? So this bitch ass ninja is hating. He's just a hater all the way around. Let me see. He hates me. He hates Anton, but he loves Fleece, allegedly, because he's so focused on Fleece, who Anton is interviewing, meaning Fleece. He ain't even talk about Corey Holcomb, child. He goes straight to Fleece. Talking about, yeah, baby. I think we have...
Yeah, that's just weird.
The correlation, yeah. I think we have the correlation.
Come on, Michael. Work with me. Work with me, messy Michael. Yeah, this one here. That's a man, baby.
Do you have anything other to go down the line with?
Look at oh, handsome.
Send me this channel.
Yeah, you want to prove?
Wow. Actually looking like an ape right here. Is this Harambe's father? Did Harambe have what was the name of Harambe's father? I think we found Harambe's father.
Yourself different? That's kind of easy to do. Well, you can't.
Child, look at that cheap ass fan. Hold on. Look at this cheap ass fan.
That's kind of easy to do.
Child, this tells you everything you need to know. This daggone fan probably came straight from Big Lots. Ain't that the store name, Big Lots?
Y'all nice.
Child, shout out to Big Lots, but child, that's where this came from. This dusty ass Harambe's father, the Crypt Keeper's father, gonna have the audacity and the nerve to try to come at somebody with all them spaces in between the teeth. I know you effing lying.
Well, your kids, don't have none of them, because that's a man, baby. See, real men, not Transformers, women in disguise. They got surgeries to change themselves from a guy to a Frankenstein experiment. Real men, we're proud of our sons and daughters, but our sons, because that's our carbon copy. Let's go.
All right. Anyway, so as y'all see, the bitch acidness continues. And no matter how ugly they are, no matter what the heck it is that, Anton does, somehow, some way they can try to equate that to someone else so that they can show how much they really do like men while trying to tell me that I'm really a man child. I don't give a damn about that. I wish the hell I did have to prove myself to a dusty ass, bitch ass ninja who live in dustily trying to
Men, not Transformers, women in disguise. They got surgeries to change themselves from a guy to a Frankenstein experiment. Real men, we're proud of our sons and daughters, but our sons, because that's our carbon copy. Let's go.
All right. Anyway, so as y'all see, the bitch acidness
Is that the whole fucking
continues,
video?
and no matter how ugly they are, they can.
That better not be the whole fucking video. There's no way he turned on his fucking camera to do this shit. That's all he. That's all he turned on his camera.
Hey there, besties. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. I'm about to make this video. It's going to be short, it's going to be sweet, and it's going to be unedited because y'all already know what I'm doing, where I'm at, what's going on. But I had to bring this to you because there's people out here that just want my attention. So my attention they show I have. Right. So this is another BAN that's out here mad over Anton. Shout out to Almond Eyes, who keeps me in the loop on things. Not that she told me about this, but she definitely keeps me in the loop. So y'all got another BAN, old as dirt, sitting up here. I'm gonna just let y'all listen. I'm gonna just let y'all listen. So listen up and I'll be back.
What's going on, my video viewing audience? Leonard Roy coming at you. And let me talk
What's his
about
name?
Messy Michael.
What's the name
Michael
he's saying?
Messy. And Michael is handsome. Don't believe me? Let's go.
And I'll be back.
What's going on, my video viewing audience? Leonard Roy coming at you. And
Leonard Roy. I can't hunt and shoot a show at the same time, dog. Y'all gotta help me out on this one. I'm close, but I'm close. I'm close to it. Leonard Roy, DJ, Chicago. That's all I got so far. Trying to hunt. Where the fuck did he drop this video at? Is it on IG? I'm trying to hunt. Y'all not helping. All right, yo. Peace. Hold it down. See y'all soon. Handle y'all business. Take care of yourself so you can take the people that's around you. Love yourself so you can love the people that is around you. I can't do both things at the same motherfucking time. I ain't that nice. I ain't no computer person. Y'all already know that. Hold it down. See y'all soon. I'll be back tomorrow, most likely. You heard? Catnap time. Yeah, which now is gonna be turned. Which now is gonna be turned to hurt? Maybe. I don't know how much I'm gonna behave today. But I am on my best behavior. Most times. Life is not a sprint, it is a marathon. So take your time, act like the marathon is absolutely. Next day, train properly. When you're ready, you know how to get ready. Y'all know it's a love thing from here to there. I'm glad you came into the town square tonight to kick it back for a little bit. Get some vibes, relax the vibrations, hear some shit, watch a video. I got hella shit. But we took up the majority of the time today, macking and talking with RN. So dope as shit. What else? What else is on the table? I got a couple things on the table I'm working on. I'm gonna do a couple deep dives. And I still gotta do Now You Know. So y'all know it's a love thing. See y'all soon. Here.